Fresh explosions and gunfire have been heard in the Libyan capital Tripoli, with reports saying coalition forces are targeting major military facilities across the country. Allied forces have also conducted airstrikes against troops loyal to the leader Muammar Gaddafi in the country's western city of Misrata. Well, for more on this, let's cross live now to RT's Paula Slair in Tripoli. Paula, what can you tell us about this latest series of strikes and the current balance of power in Libya?
Well, what we're noticing more and more is that the momentum for this operation in Libya remains in the balance. It's literally hanging in the balance, because on the international front, we're seeing that coalition forces are now not agreeing in terms of how to move forward. Here on the ground, the rebel groups themselves are divided in terms of how they want to move forward. And even now here in the capital city of Tripoli, which is traditionally the stronghold of Muammar Gaddafi, we are hearing preliminary reports of some of his former supporters starting to meet in secret. Now, from the coalition airstrikes and from the coalition community, we know that for 6 days these airstrikes have been happening overnight and into the early hours of this morning. We are being told that they hit military bases around the country, but a different story emerging, as it always does, from the capital city. Here we're being told that a number of civilians have been killed and injured. One of the towns that the coalition hit, according to them, was the town of Misrata, and they're insisting that they've managed to stem the government force advancement there. But we are hearing conflicting reports, some of those reports suggesting that for days now the town has been unable to have access to water, fuel and electricity, that Gaddafi soldiers are literally going from house to house, that they've hit the local hospital. Here in Tripoli in the early hours of this morning and for several hours afterwards, there were loud explosions. There was also anti-aircraft gunfire exploding in the sky. So Tripoli again coming under intensive fire overnight. Now, the coalition has insisted that the airstrikes have been successful. It says that Gaddafi's air capability has been completely wiped out. He is denying this. He says that he has air capability to continue for some time to come. The rebels themselves are now starting to find themselves in an incredibly difficult position. They are calling on the international community for some kind of preemptive strikes as they try to advance forward. The stalemate on the ground is that the rebels do not have the weaponry, they do not have the rank and command structure, and they certainly do not have the experience to take on Gaddafi soldiers. But those soldiers in turn do not have the numbers. So you have this situation on the ground where neither group is able to actually move forward and advance.
Paula, Washington is keen to hand over control of the military operation in Libya, but NATO members seem to be split over who should take the lead. I mean, reading between the lines, what appears to be going on here?
Well, already now, for 3 straight days, NATO leaders have been meeting to try and decide who can actually move forward, who can take control of this operation over Libya. And today they're set to meet for a 4th day, and there seems to be no agreement in sight. Turkey is one of those countries that is most critical. The sticking point is essentially the killing of civilians, and Turkey insisting that there can be no civilians killed in such an operation. But of course, the other European powers are saying that there needs to be, and inevitably there will be, some kind of collateral damage, that of course they try not to injure civilians, but civilians will always get caught in the crossfire. The Obama administration is being caught red-faced because for days now we've heard the American president insist that America is handing over control of this operation to NATO countries, and he keeps saying that this is going to happen soon. But certainly in terms of the cracks we're seeing on the international front, it doesn't seem as if it's going to happen anytime soon. So the question really at the heart of this debate is whether or not these airstrikes can continue, who will take control over them, and for just how much longer they can carry on.
OK, for now, Paula Slair, thank you for that.